but I'm gonna show you an American artifact, and I'm gonna show you the Hebrew right on it. They go right along with all the other stuff, but this is the oldest continent with that language. Let's keep going. Now, let's look here. Right? A specimen. Twine woven. The specimen. In the method of holding and wraps of alternating pairs produces a lattice-like open work defect texture achieved. But this is a mound builder artifact in ivory and shell, one of the altar, right? This is a mound builder artifact. This is ancient, people. Let's blow it up. Let's blow it up. Now, as you can see, you see that Z right there? You see that Z with the dots? The Z right there with the dot. Let me get my hand out the way. You see the Z? Put the coin in the chat. We know it's a spiral. We got the spiral, right? But you see the Z. See the Z? You can't play with the Z. I'm going to show you exactly what that is. This is found in America now. Mound artifacts. One of the altars in America. I'm going to show you exactly what that means. Roll the coin. Show y'all exactly what that means. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Now, do you see the Z with the dots? See it? Right there. Let's go find it. Let's go find it. Hold on. And I blew that up too big. It's too big. Let's go here. Paleo-Hebrew, Zad, is the letter representing the arm and the hand, symbolizing meanings like work, power, creation, throwing, evolving from pictograph to a hand. It evolved from a pictograph to a hand. Zad. Let's go back to America. That's Zad right there. On the artifact. Let's go here. There go the hand in Egypt, right? Then you get Canaanite with the Z. You see it? The hand in Egypt, hieroglyphic, same meaning as the Z of the Canaanite. Then the Hebrew got it. Then the Phoenician get it. Then you get Aramaic and Greek, right? But Egyptian not older than this Canaanite. They need to cut that out. But that's the same Z. Let me show you. Right there. On an altar at a mound in America. Paleo-Hebrew. Let's keep going. Here you go again. Right there. Yud. Yud. Z. You see it? Arm and closed hand. Meaning some type of work. Work, throw, make, praise. Let's go back. There you go right there. Right on the goddamn artifact, Paleo-Hebrew in America. These are the people who became the American Indian of melanated people. Stop playing with us. Right? Stop playing, because I'm going to break all this shit down, and I ain't even going to play with y'all when it come. I can go to court with this shit. Roll the coin. Hold on. They go to old Yud. Right there. They go to variant, the hand. See, this is Egypt. This is us. This is Egypt. After us. We evolved this language to the hand. Now let's go to Egypt. Let's go to Egypt. Let's go to Egypt. hand hieroglyph. But I want y'all to see it's the same stuff. The hand hieroglyph. Roll the coin. We know the truth now. Here you go right here. Here we go right here. Same stuff. Same stuff. Let me show you. Let me show you connection between the people. Roll the coin. Right here. See the hand, the hand, the hand, the hand. You see it? The hand. Roll the coin. We know the truth now. So Yud became the hand in Egypt. It's the same basic meaning. Here you go right here. You see the hand right there? This the new form. This the new form. Let's go look at the old form again. Because I don't want y'all to think. It was like this. At the top. That's the first one. Right here. Z. Then you get the hand for work. Right? Now I'm showing y'all the oldest form of this language in the world. This the oldest form of the language in the world on the man's face. It's right on his face, bro. It's right there on his neck. And then it looks like an Egyptian beard. Look at that. See that? This is in America. Roll the coin. Here you go again. Canaanite, Z, hand in Egypt. Same stuff. Phoenician, then Aramaic gets it after us. Then Greek get it. And then you get Punic and Latin and Samaritan and Arabic. Way down the goddamn line. Now, why is that symbol on his face in America? Symbolizing work, people. Roll the coin. Now watch this. It symbolizes work in Hebrew, right? Work. Work, hand, let me see. Yud, let me show you. Work. Work, right there. Let's go to Egypt. Same damn meaning. Same damn meaning, same people. Just a modern, they were modernizing the languages. That's all they were doing. Language was getting better and better. Let's go to Egypt. The hand. Work. The symbol of the hand. Right there. Work. Labor. Work. See it? Same shit. Roll the coin. Now, same thing. Stop playing like the people over here weren't using them same damn symbolism older than Egypt. Stop playing. So all you people who be coming on my shit, talking about that language ain't got nothing to do with America. It's on the artifacts, bro. And it's older than hieroglyphics. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Where I was at? Okay, let's go here. And I keep showing this right here because I'm breaking codes on this shit. Right here. The grind holes, Paleo-Hebrew. Circle with the 3 stripes, with the line. I know exactly what this is. This is in rural Mississippi. Now let me break this all the way down. Let me break this all the way down. Because they act like they don't understand it. Right? Act like they do not understand it. But they're going to understand today. Roll the coin. Now, that symbol is this. Right here. Right there. Samek. The Phoenicians got it. Samek. The city of Tyre, Samek. Same symbol in Mississippi. Yes, it is. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Because I know where they're supposed to be out there. In rural Mississippi, ain't no way. Samek, considered a divine place, symbol representing God's all-encompassing support, protection, sustaining presence. Samek, you see the O? You see the O? It was 3 lines, then it was the O with no dot. 3 lines, then it's the O. Let's go back to Mississippi. Roll the corn. What the fuck is that right there? What the hell is that right there? Okay. Play with us if you want to. We finna get our motherfucking land back, because this ain't number melanated people's language. This ain't no Native American. This ain't no Navajo. This ain't no goddamn Seneca. This ain't no Comanche. This ain't no goddamn the New Creeks, the fake ass Creek Indians. This ain't none of that. This is Paleo Hebrew, the ancestors of the American Indian, the melanated one of the Southeast. And I'm finna show you that. I'm finna show you that too. Stick with me. Stick with me. Because this type of teaching, niggas don't know nothing about it because they ain't studying it right. Watch this. Now, this right here, Samek became Sekhmet. Same damn name switched around. Divine places, strongly associated with divine places. Divine, considered a divine place, Samek. Then you get this. Sekhmet, divine place. Okay. There she go. This is a newer version of the ancient version. Do you see where I'm going with this? Let's keep going. Whoa, Sekhmet. 1, 2, 3. You see the symbols? 1, 2, 3. See the symbol? Roll the coin. Let's go back to Mississippi. It's just an older version. 1, 2, 3 in the circle. That's what they're really doing. Let's go to Sekhmet. Same shit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You see the lines. Let's keep going. Sekhmet. 1, 2, 3. You see it? A yin. Ayati. Circle I. Noon. Noon is an Egyptian goddess, but Noon was Paleo-Hebrew before it came. It was a petroglyph of Hebrew before it became Egyptian. Now you see where Egypt gets the symbolism from? Let's keep going. There goes Shin. Orion. Resh is head. Praise and drop your head. Right? Let's keep going. We finna understand all this shit in a minute. The pillars of Samek refer to the mystical concepts of Kabbalah and Jewish mysticism. Watch this. Symbolize support, wholeness, divine connection. There it is. It goes right into the spine of Osiris, which is the Jed pillar. The Jed pillars comes from the pillars of Samek. We get it now. Yeah, we got y'all at. We got your ass now. Samek on the ground in Mississippi. When it evolves, it becomes the Djed pillars. The back of the spine of Osiris. Let's keep going. Think this shit ain't connected, you want to. The Djed pillars symbolizes, resembles a pillar, crossbow on the top, represents stability, endurance, and what else? And rejuvenation. Let's go back. The pillars of Semek. Same thing. Same shit. The G pillars. They go to lines. The line started out with the paleo, then it turns into hieroglyphics, and then the symbolism for this right here. Became the pillars, the G pillars. The pillars of Semek became the G pillars. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Semek is strongly associated with architectural pillars. Roll the coin. Let's keep going. The Djed pillar is a prominent ancient Egyptian symbol, represents stability, endurance, and resurrection. Same stuff. Look. They go to lines on the Djed pillar, coming from Semek. Same shit. Yes, it's exactly what that is. You know how I know? Watch this. Truth now. Go on, give them the bombshell receipt. Stop playing. Stop playing, Truth. You bullshit. Ain't that the Djed pillar right there? Ain't that the Djed pillar right there? Samika, Samaka, Samachia, Samacha, Samacha, Samacha is Semek. I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man. It's the same. I knew it was the same thing because the download gave me the answer. That's the same stuff, Truth. Why is it in Mississippi? Did it evolve all the way into a pillar in Egypt? Oh, man. It's the same damn people. You want to see it again? Here we go. Blow it up. Samaicha, the pillar. Samaicha is directly related to the Hebrew Semek. Let's go back to Mississippi. You see the symbol? See the zero? Then you got the 3-line pillar. Right here in the SIP, baby. Right in the sippy. Same motherfucking shit. Well, we the ancestors of these people, bro. Roll the card. Everybody be talking about it, but can you prove it? I can prove it. Roll the coin. I can read this shit. The ancestors gave me the power to read this shit. And I'm going to give it right to my people every day. Let's keep going. I ain't done. We not done. Deeply linked to divine places and concepts in ancient Egypt. The Djed pillars are linked to divine places. Let's go back to Semek. Let's go back to Semek. Roll the coin. Divine places, Semek. Okay, Mississippi divine, nigga. Mississippi divine. It ain't just Egypt. No, don't. This the first divine land. I'm showing you the symbolism before they even got the symbolism. This the first divine land. Then when we went over there, we made that land divine. And as you can see in the languages, it's showing you which one is the oldest. Fuck all that, what they talking about. It's showing you which one is the oldest. Semek is older than hieroglyphics. We know the truth now. Now let's look a little deeper. Look a little deeper. Now, we got Hebrew, Phoenician, Samaritan, is the hunter-gatherers who took our language and made it theirs, acting like they Jews. Because Samaritans are Mongols. So these are people. These are people. Then we teach Samaritan Mongols the language, and they cling on to us and follow us everywhere we fucking go. I got the books. We got to go with them damn heat, with them paleos. They got food, languages, beautiful women. Roll the corn. We got to follow them. Here we go. Same languages. Let's keep going. Now let's get deeper, Truth. What is that? Snake? Natchez? Mayim? Water? Maya? Water? Mayim? Same language. Natchez? Snake. Let's blow that up. Y'all already hear it. Y'all already hear it. Natchez. Natchezin. Y'all already hear the bullshit. You already hear the bullshit. What's the name of the tribe named after this? Put it in the chat. You already hear it. Natchez. The Natchez. The Natchez. The motherfucking Natchez. That's what that word is, because I saw that word in an old book, and they spelt it the same motherfucking way. Let's go look it up. While y'all sit here playing with us, roll the corn. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It got everything to do with that. Everything. Roll the corn. Whatever you see that. Natchezin appears to be the alternate or earlier form of the name Natchez. Indigenous group originating from the lower Mississippi Valley, near the modern-day city of Natchez, Mississippi. Nachaz. Nachazin. Let me blow that back up. Let me blow that back up. Roll the corn. Let me blow that back up. Hold on. You think it ain't the same word you want to? The snake. Nachaz. Oh my God. That's exactly what that is. These tribes were named right after Paleo-Hebrew, Egyptian names and everything. And they changed the spelling of it and fucked it up. Because that's it right there. Nachaz. Let's keep going. Roll the corn. Nachazin is the Natchez people. Nachaz is snake. It's snake people. The Natchez did incorporate a reverence of the snake into their culture and religious practices, specifically involving the worship in the temple of the sun. The Natchez, the melanated Indians, the Natchez, are from the mound building culture of the Mississippi Delta, living on the mounds when the colonizer got here. Their ancestors are the people who created that fucking language. Because you know how I know that? They had no other contact with no other tribe, no other people to be calling themselves the Natchezin. That goes right along with the snake people. Egyptian, Canaanite, consonant of Hebrew people. That's who them people was. Stop playing with us, bro. I ain't done. I'm just warming up. I ain't done. I ain't done. Roll the corn. Oh, shit. Shata. Shah. Shata. Shata Shah, Maya. That's an American word. That's an American word. Stop fucking playing. Shata and Maya are American, and it's Paleo fucking Hebrew. Ain't no Choctaws. It's Shata. Hunter-gatherers. You think we wanna know who the fuck we is? I'm here to break all the codes. I ain't got time to play with y'all. Lying to my people, acting like we confused. And now we ain't confused at all. It's over with. We them people. My great grandmama was a damn Shatar. A goddamn Hebrew. Roll the corn. The original agriculture Shatar. That's exactly who they were. On their own land, living in peace and harmony with nature. Till you hunter-gatherers came. Bata, bet, house. Look at it. Look at it. Roll the corn. Check it out. Shah is Hebrew, meaning life. Shah is Hebrew, meaning life. Shata. Yes. Then y'all come with that culture assimilated tribe, the Choctaw. Nah, them ain't the originals. That's why y'all niggas on the internet talking about the 5 civilized tribes enslaved your people. Them ain't the Choctaw, them the Choctaw. 2 different entities. You Moor. You hunter-gatherer. Don't you ever disrespect the original name. You ain't done enough research to be on here trying to talk about the Choctaw enslaved. They taught you that dumbass shit. Them ain't the original people. Them are colonizers. This the original people right here. Roll the corn. We know the truth now. The X and the cross, Ta. The X and the cross, Ta. That's where you get Ta Mary. You put Ta Mary symbol, the X and the cross. That's why Egypt is calling it Ta Mary with the X. Mississippians got the cross for Ta. Stop playing with me. That's what that shit means. That's why it's called Ta Mary, because the language come from Ta. And the teachings come from Ta. We know the truth now. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Where we was at. Now, the cane, the crook, right? Roll the corn. That's an old Paleo Hebrew too. The damn crook and the cane. I'm gonna break that down too. Let's keep going. The root of the word lambed means to learn, teach. Lambed. Right? Lambed. Let's go look at lambed. See? Yeah, you're gonna learn what this shit mean today. Lambed. Symbol. In Hebrew. In Paleo. Watch this. At the gas station. Roll the corn. Yeah, lambed. Roll the corn. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Here we go, big dog. Yeah. Here we go. Lambed. There go your cane right there. Lamb. Big Dad say shut up. Block. Get your big teeth Mexican ass out of here. Lambed. The cane. Interesting. Let's go back to the cane. Lambed. Closely resembles Egyptian sign for the actual peasant's crook used for consonantal frame. Let's go see what lamb means. That's exactly what it means. Same thing. Roll the corn. Let's go back. Same teacher. Lamb is the crook. That's it. Lambed. The term used in ancient times for such of a stick. In early Hebrew, the sign was used for the L sound. Why is lamb listed as K-A-P-H? As you recall, we were listing the clucking sound. They're talking about the word is starting to change, right? Let's keep going. The Aramaic language constitutes the eastern branch of Northwest Semitic languages family. The closest relatives are the Canaanites. Aramaic language come from the fucking Canaanites. Stop trying to act like it's older. Let me show you. Dialect with the western branch of the family. Hebrew, Phoenician, and Moabite. Its a place of origin is the expansive region known in antiquity of Aram, which extends from southwestern Syria all the way to upper Mesopotamia in southern Turkey and northern Iraq. Let's keep going. Now, you got early Hebrew, then you get Aramaic and late Hebrew. Aramaic ain't nothing but the damn just a little twist on paleo. That's it. Just a small twist. You see Semek with the 3 lines, the one that's in Mississippi? You see the I, a yin that's found with the Mayans and the Taino, right? You see Ta or Tet with the X and the cross? Fire. Fire. Let's keep going. Let's go to cuneiform. Let's go to Mesopotamia. Bet. Cuneiform bet. Syriac bet. Hebrew bet. Same thing, just switched around with the little spikes, making it look like it's way harder than what it is. But this shit come from old languages of our old language. I'm finna show you. They go bet in Sumerian, Syriac, and late Hebrew. Just as the Phoenician alphabet rotated in various degrees will evoke the mind of Greek and old Italic alphabet, right? Let's keep going. Watch this. The history of Ugarit. This is what you got to learn. Roll the coin. Many tablets containing cuneiform. Texts have been found throughout the Near East and used to write many different languages, including Sumerian, Akkadian, and Eblaite. The cuneiform writing was a logogram style of writing where one cuneiform sign represents one word, similar to the modern day Chinese. Give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Y'all hear me? Y'all got me? Okay. It was found that the cuneiform writing developed out of an older pictographic writing. Cuneiform developed out of an older pictographic writing. Each pictograph was a picture of what the logogram represented, such as in ancient Egypt hieroglyphics. Over time, the pictures were replaced by cuneiform. Now, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Watch this. Watch this. In 1928, archaeologists discovered a large collection of cuneiform tablets with a script unlike the previous discovered cuneiform writing. This discovery was made at the site known as Ras Shamra. Let me show y'all what it said, so y'all won't think this shit fake. Ras Shamra. Let me show y'all this stuff real and show you what it is. Raj Shamra. Roll the coin. Oh, y'all bullshit. Hold on. Here we go right here. I'm just going to show it to you real quick. Raj Shamra, right there. With the bell arch of stone. The bell arch of stone. Ras Shamra. This is Mesopotamia now. This is Ugarit. Ras Shamra is in Ugarit. Let's keep going. Watch what they say. They're going to tell you who made this shit, who built it. They're going to tell you who built it. Where we at? Ras Shamra, near the Mediterranean coast in modern-day Syria. The site was later discovered to be the ancient Canaanite city of Ugarit. There we go. Go on, tell us the truth. Canaanite built the first Ugarit with the cuneiform coming from Paleo Hebrew. Watch this. Ain't no alien language. Ain't no damn alien language. Where is it? Where the aliens at? Where the cuneiform alien flying ass niggas at? Ain't none. They lied to you. The Canaanites built that shit. The same Indians over here in America saying Canaan are the same one that went over there and built Ugarit. And you think it's some Arabian, alien, hunter-gatherer, dumbass knowledge. No, don't you listen to them hunter-gatherers. Let's keep going. Canaanite city built Ugarit. It was later discovered that the Ugarit cuneiform was a phonogram or alphabetic, which each cuneiform sign represents one letter of the alphabet. The Ugarit alphabet was Semitic, the same as Hebrew. Some have even called the writing system Ugarit Hebrew cuneiform. See, you ain't never heard that. You ain't never heard Hebrew cuneiform. Not only is the Ugarit alphabet Semitic, the Ugarit alphabet language was only Semitic and almost identical to Hebrew. I'm a bad man. Them folks ain't even got no language. Where you alien niggas at? Where y'all be at when I need you? Y'all never hear when I need you. Y'all never pop up screaming about EnginEarMedia when I need you. Y'all always want to tag me in some bullshit that ain't got nothing to do with real life. Making up mythology for your own people. Canaanites built Ugarit. Ugarit is one of the first cities in Mesopotamia. Yeah. The corn rolled there. Don't you ever think it didn't. They got the same language as the melanated Indian in America. All that Hebrew and Phoenician and early Egyptian, all that shit us. All of it is us. It's just changing the names around. Now watch this. Watch this. Ugarit language was also Semitic and almost identical to Hebrew. This was the great discovery for biblical Hebrew scholars as the Ugarit language was able to shed some light on some Hebrew words of uncertain meaning. Where the aliens there writing cuneiform, big dog? Where the hell is Anu? Anu is a Hebrew word. Stop playing. Anunnaki. 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 Interesting. Interesting, huh? Hold on. What the other diagram at? Noon. Naki. Noon is in Anunnaki. That motherfucking paleo, man. See, you don't know no better. You don't know no better. You just, Anunnaki gods are flying around, sprinkling DNA and humping on hunter-gatherers, popping babies, and fallen angels coming out of the sky. Oh my God, it's big biblical. That shit is bullshit. You thought you were kicking knowledge, didn't you? Oh my God, the falling angels are coming down. The giant aliens having babies with humans, sprinkling DNA, flying in a spaceship. No, dog. We came over on a boat with our languages and had babies with hunter-gatherers, like regular people. Y'all got the bloodline and ran with the motherfucker. Simple. Then y'all come back and unalive all our people because y'all want all our crops and our city and our boats and fucking castles. We the royal bloodline. You see what happened now? I read a book. 1 + 1 = 2, Bold. Simple. I read a book that said around 6,000 BC, the gods showed up in Mesopotamia on a boat. On a reed and bitumen boat, and looked out amongst the people and said, what the fuck is going on over here? Nothing. How the hell we come from Africa? Ain't shit going on over here. They ain't got no they ain't got no stone structures. They ain't got no agriculture. They don't know shit about no stars. They don't know shit about irrigation. These are barbarians. This is what the book said. Them people were praising us getting off the boat. Y'all think this shit a joke, man. I'm gonna pull that book up for tomorrow election and show y'all. We get off the boat, big ass gold on, big gold, motherfucker like this, capping. Motherfucker. The water gods. Atlantean, Hebrew. Look at the boat, look at the gold. They eating food, they tall, they beautiful. Look at their hair. Look at the purple clothing and the blue clothing. We never seen no shit like this in our life. Look at what is that yellow shit? What is the corn they eating? Why they drinking wine from grapes? These motherfuckers drinking wine. We pull up on the ship, big ass wine cup, sipping big ass wine. Let me get one of my fucking cups. Roll the corn. We pull up sipping wine and shit. We pull up like this. We pull up like this. You want to taste hunter-gatherer? Here you go. Motherfucker pull up sipping wine, eat cornbread and shit on a big-ass ship. Y'all ass just out there just praying like, look at the gods. Gold earrings, bronze, and copper. Do you see what really happened? Now, hunter-gatherers are saying, you are the water god. You Dagon, the fish god. Dagon is corn. Stop playing. Time goes by, you turn into mythology. You turn into mythology as time goes by. Now your ass is Poseidon and Zeus and goddamn Inky and Enlil and everybody else. Roll the corn. Real people. Let's keep going. Anunnaki. Break the word down. You're going to get all Hebrew. Let's keep going. I showed y'all that. Now, we was in Ugarit, right? Watch this. Where we was at? Right here. Ugarit alphabet. Hebrew. Right there. Identical to Hebrew. Hebrew words of uncertainty. They broke the words in the Bible from the ancient Canaanite tablets of Ugarit with Hebrew and cuneiform. That's how they bust the Bible down and start to understand it. You're going to get the truth on this page. You're going to get the 100% truth. Let's keep going. The city of Ugarit occupied from prehistoric times, 1200 BC, when it was mysteriously deserted. The tablets of Ugarit cuneiform were written in its later life. It was discovered through the writing of the tablets that the people of the city were worshipers of the same Canaanite god as their surrounding neighbors, including El, Baal, Asheroth, the mother goddess, Baal, the Lord or the master builder, and even Yahweh. The culture, lifestyle, and literally writing were found to be very similar to the Israelite and can also shed much light on the biblical texts. The origin of Ugarit cuneiform script are not known, but can be assumed that it derived out of the same pictographic script used to write Hebrew, just as the Sumerian cuneiform evolved out of pictographic script. The theory adds to the evidence that the Semitic Hebrew script is older than previously thought. Let's keep going. Ugarit alphabet chart. Ugarit alphabet, but also shows that the modern order of the Hebrew alphabet has not changed. It's the same thing, just a different type of language. They just wrote it different, right? Right? Let's keep going. There go Bet in cuneiform. Dalet. I told y'all Dalet is not is delta. Dalet became delta. Hey, the three arms, the three forks up. They go cuneiform. They go the Hebrew. They go the pyramid upside down in Dalet, which became delta. There you go in cuneiform. He go Bet, that means house. There you go in cuneiform. Same language, just a different writing style. They go Semitic, the one I showed you in Mississippi. They became the pillars. They go Semitic in cuneiform. They go Rish, the praying head. They go Rish in cuneiform. Fire. Cuneiform was derived out of an older pictographic script. This the older one right here. Mayans got that symbol all over their architecture. Now, our culture, or the people, who named the Mississippi Delta and the Nile Delta because it was Dalet before it was Delta. Right? You see the triangle? They called this Dalet, the ancient culture. The Nile Delta was the Nile Dalet. Right? The Greeks turned it into Delta. Pyramid. We call it Dalet because it was shaped like a pyramid in the vegetation area where all the crops grew. Right? You go to Mississippi River Dalet. Right here. This is the most fertile agriculture land, them two spots in the world. This is older than the Nile, though. Let's keep going. Dalet, right there, the pyramid. That's where the words come from. Noon, Anunnaki, the snake people, Anunnaki. You get it? Same people as the damn other folks with the snake, same people. Arabic people or Middle Eastern people are trying to claim your ancient culture that built their cities over there. They didn't do it. Right? Somebody said Morocco Indians. We built Morocco before it was Morocco. You don't know that, though. You got to know that. Let's go look here. Hebrew in the Ugaritic cuneiform. Same meaning, it's just wrote in cuneiform. This the old language. This is the newer cuneiform. Cuneiform is old now, but it ain't older than this. They go Dalet. They go Ta or Tet. Even the ancient Sumerian had Ta, right? The Ta with the cross. Just like this one. Mississippi got the same symbol. You get it now? They go Semitic, right there. The one I showed you in Mississippi. They go a yin. That's fire. Let's keep going. There we go. Shin, Resh, Semitic, a yin. Same stuff. Ugarit in the Bible. It's fire. Let's keep going. Now, this Psalm 89:20 in Hebrew, right? The verse is literally translated to, I place help over the mighty. I lifted up the chosen one from the people. This verse is classic Hebrew poetry. This form of poetry, where one idea is expressed in two different ways. The style of poetry is found throughout the book of Psalms and Proverbs. In this verse, the first half is parallel with the second half as demonstrated below. So they was writing two different stories in two different languages, but it's the same type of story, and it's worded different. I lifted, help, chosen one, over the mighty, from the people. Let's keep going. I'm gonna show y'all, I'm gonna break that down in a minute. Now, you have the mighty arm strong in your hand, high in your right hand. The only problem with Psalm 89:20 is that the word help is not parallel with the chosen one. The Hebrew word for help is azur, right? Underlined in red above. The first letter in the word is an ayin. In modern Hebrew, this letter is silent, but the ancient pronunciation was a soft G, as in the word ring. The word would have been pronounced gizer. Then you get the Ugarit cuneiform. Gizer means young man, but it is spelled the same, Gizer, except for the first letter which is Gamil, as Ugarit is a Semitic language related to Hebrew. The word was probably used in ancient Hebrew language as well, even though it is not found in the biblical text. So they're telling you these words are probably used in the old language. Then you get cuneiform saying the same stuff, and it's a connection there. Right? That's what they're trying to say. Keep going. By turning to other Semitic languages, the meaning of some words can be found. That is in case with this word. The Ugarit word, naqued, is closely related to the Hebrew word, noqued. Now let's go look that up. Same spelling, same sound, just one letter change, right? ED. Now, noqued in Hebrew is a sheep raiser, sheep master, a shepherd, people. A shepherd. A shepherd in paleo, right? Noqued. Now, in cuneiform, they got naqued used for one person in the sheep business, right? Same. This is where they get all of this shepherd stuff from. Jesus is a shepherd. So cuneiform is saying the same thing Hebrew is saying. This is not just a single shepherd, but one who owns and manages a large operation. Thanks to the Ugarit tablets discovered, we are able to understand biblical texts. They didn't even write it. I told y'all they didn't. Ancestors wrote. They didn't write it. It's written in fucking paleo. Switched it around, but they didn't write the original. They were still trying to decipher it, people. They used the ancient Ugarit cuneiform Hebrew style writing to decipher the Bible. Here you go right here. Now we are able to understand biblical texts with more clarity. Now we can switch it after we break the code. I thought y'all wrote it. I thought them was y'all ancestors. No. Y'all got that from our people, deciphered it, switched it around, put y'all power in it, and gave it back to us with y'all face on it. And all y'all bad, evil ways mixed over our people. Because y'all didn't write that motherfucker. I told y'all this months ago. They didn't write it. It's too beautifully written, people. If you take all the bullshit out the Bible and listen to the way it's written, the way it's, the rhythm of the words, the beauty of some of that stuff it's saying, they couldn't have wrote it. 2,000 years ago, them hunter-gatherers was not writing that beautifully. Covet. Thou shalt not covet. Y'all ain't saying nothing about no damn covet. Y'all know what the fuck this shit is. Y'all just started learning this stuff 1,000 years ago. Y'all don't know about this type of living, right? Covet comes from the Hebrew word shamad, meaning to desire, taking pleasure in, or long for something belonging to another. Thou shalt not covet comes from shamad. That is ancient melanated people's teaching. Don't you ever think a hunter-gatherer created that. You are the people who put the morals into the world, not nobody else. Your bloodline put the morals in the world. They just turned it into something to control us with. But we wasn't no damn fools. We had all the morals and principles and all what to do in nature to become self-sufficient and become in balance with, in harmony with everything. You don't covet no other man's wife. You think a hunter-gatherer came up with that? There's somebody with some morals, bro. Only a man of morals don't go back and try to sleep with nobody's wife. The only a man with morals won't try to go sleep with everybody. Them unmoral people. Only a man with morals leaves the crops out by the street so homeless people can eat. That's Hebrew people. You leave the outside crop row on the street for passerbyers to eat, people, no matter who they are. You got to be virtuous to do that. You don't covet nobody's wife. You don't steal nobody's ox and seed. You don't do that, bro. That's where that stuff come from. Thou shalt not steal. It come from oxes and seeds. Thou shalt not kill. It come from us. It don't come from them. They are trying to live up to our standards still to this day, but we don't understand it. We think we living up to their standards coming out of the book, the Bible. They trying to live up to our standards. They just make you think you the sinner. They are really the sinner. Do you know what a sinner really means? In ancient times? Do you really know what a sinner means in ancient times? What was bad in ancient times? The number one thing. The people who do not till the soil. That's the first one. The people who don't till the soil is the evil people. You think? Let me show you. A bad harvest. Bad harvest are people, watch this, who do not cultivate agriculture. Watch this. Let me show you who the evil motherfuckers is. Real quick. So you can get all that bullshit out your head. Roll the card. Let me show you who the evil people is. Hold on. They don't even want to show it to me. Look, come on, AI. They don't even want to talk about this. Look. AI don't even want to talk about it. Well, we're gonna make you talk about it today. What the fuck is you hunter? Hold on. They like, we don't even want to give him the answer to that. That's wild. We don't even want to answer that. Hold on. In ancient times, was considered evil. I gotta go back and pull the receipt. They ain't gonna give it to me. They ain't gonna let you know this. Right? Okay, bad spirits a bad harvest now, sowing and reaping. a bad harvest is seen as unnatural, right? Planting evil, it said the seeds were evil. The fruit was evil. You made bad choices in agriculture. Therefore, that was evil. That was deemed evil, right? But people who do not till the soil automatically are evil. That's what they're trying to tell you. If you do not till the soil, you don't have nothing to eat. Therefore, you're going to do evil things to eat. That's what they're trying to tell you. You're not putting in no work and you don't have nothing to eat. The harvest represents the final judgment, right? Why does it represent the final judgment? Because we can see who are virtuous in nature. If your harvest is bad, you're not virtuous in nature. If it is, you are, right? One more thing. Hold on, let me get the receipt. Now, in ancient times, people believed that tilling the soil was crucial to a successful agriculture. If you do not till the soil, it was considered bad because you had a failed crop or you didn't have no crop at all. You didn't even try, right? So therefore, when people get hungry and you're not tilling the soil, you're going to do evil things, right? That goes along with what happened to our people in America, right? Now think about this. If the colonizer leaves a country that did not till the soil, right? Every little piece of farmland over there in Africa and Europe, it's like that. They was warring over it. They were warring over it, bro. If you're not feeding yourself, you finna start stealing. That's just common sense. If you ain't got no job, you ain't got $10 to eat, you're hungry, you're walking the street looking to break somebody's car, you don't have, that's what they trying, that's the basis of this, right? That's the basis of this. So in ancient times, if you didn't till the soil to grow crops, to feed you and your people, you are considered bad or some type, because evil doings are coming from these people because we know they're going to starve in a minute. The winter is coming, people. When the winter comes, you can't chase down nothing out there in the snow and find nothing to eat. Somebody going to starve. So if you ain't stored up and cultivated, that's how ancient melanated people looked at people, right? So they was trying to teach these people this to get rid of evil. You teach, that's the covenant with nature, is to teach the people who are not of nature, nature's teachings. But it didn't work out. We ended up getting enslaved, made prisoners of war. See what I'm saying? For trying to do the right thing. And it's horrible, but it's true. All around the world, from here to Africa. That's what happened, people. All your buildings, knowledge, astrology, agriculture, everything was stripped of you. Now, they strip it and give you their culture. Right? They strip it and give you their culture. They take the land, then they give you Jesus. Then they give you materialism. Then they give you go work on these folks' job and be quiet. They give you their culture after they got rich off yours. Because they weren't the cultivators. Why do you think they made so much money off cotton, corn, and tobacco? Why was that the cash crops in America? Think about it. Them people made millions taking tobacco back across the water, people. If they were cultivators of the soil, they would have had their own crops, right? They took American crops, got rich, came back, took the land, and started building up their businesses on our land and got rich off our crops. Banks got started because of plantations, people. The banks in the South got started because of plantation money. Free labor and free product. You get it? Free labor and free new product. Imagine if you had, for entertainment purposes only, TikTok, a marijuana field that produced 10,000 pounds in the harvest. And you have free labor to do it. How much money you have? We got to look at it in the way I can explain it, right? If I got 10,000 bowls of gas with free labor, and I can take them right over here on the ship and make grand theft, and I make that money every harvest season. That land produces 10,000 pounds every harvest. That was your ancestors' land, people. You think some of them California farms ain't your ancestors' land? You think some of them California marijuana farms ain't your ancestors' land? It is. They are the first people with hemp. The mound builders made clothing out of hemp, people. They smoked it also. These are our goddamn ancestors. Y'all think I'll be bullshitting. These are ancestors. They smoking hemp on the mound, making shirts out of hemp. Do we know the truth now? Hoodie made out of hemp. I'm telling y'all, listen, bro. Mound builders use hemp for clothing. Watch this. Watch this. Mound builders, watch this, use hemp. The Hopewell used hemp, created durable fabrics for clothing, and also smoked it in sacred pipes with tobacco. What kind of people are these, bro? So you got to know all this stuff. This the land of the hemp. You think we want smoking good on the mounds? You want to? Roll the car. Look, yes. Smoke marijuana and produce hemp. Hopewell. Motherfucker got the squirrel pipe, the bird, the frog pipe, the face. This shit so old. Look how old the face structure is. Motherfucker smoking weed in BC times. Look at that. I don't take this shit a joke, bro. I'm telling y'all the truth, bro. All that shit come from us. You think a Native American created that? You crazy. Ain't no way in the hell. Hold on. We was smoking hemp before your ass even got high the first time. Let's keep going. So this is the cuneiform language, going into the cuneiform and Paleo-Hebrew, connected by the Ugarit tablets. I want y'all to remember that. Ugarit cuneiform is Hebrew turned into cuneiform. Y'all remember that when somebody can talk about all the Sumerian languages is older than everything else and aliens did it. No. You not deciphering no prophecy from no goddamn alien being. Let me read the glyphs. No, you not reading no glyphs from no aliens. You reading the glyph from you reading the glyph from our people. And it better be correct. The shit better be 100% correct, or I don't want to hear it. Don't get in there and freestyle the glyph. See, I ain't freestyling no glyph. When I look at the glyph, I'm going by this. I'm going by this. Yeah, this is how I'm going to read it. I'm not going to get in there and be like, Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson is going to blow up Trump. Trump is going to blow up on the cuneiform. Trump is going to fly to Mars. Come back with a spaceship. Come back. Kill, we know the truth now. Blow his page up. I know how he's going to get out of there, people. Then we're going to do this. Nah, you can't do all that old dumb ass shit, bro. I love you and I'm in love with you, but nah. Go back to the study book. Truth now gonna pass away. Homer Simpson comes up with Trump. Trump goes to Lisa Simpson. Lisa Simpson, Homer Simpson on the shut the fuck up. That ain't what they say. I just gotta keep it real. I'm showing y'all the basis of the language. If you're not putting this basis in the language, bro. See, some of you niggas don't even believe this language exists. They don't even believe this language exists, bro. This is where they got this shit from. See, you cannot, when somebody say Bible or Hebrew or Paleo, they don't want to hear that. But they'll go teach cuneiform with glyphs. This shit don't go together, bro. It's milk and that's fucking cereal and motor oil, bro. Post some 10W30 in your goddamn cornflakes. It don't go together. See, it's only so long you can fake and play, bro. It's only so long you can play and fake and you gotta come with the real shit, bro. Like, this shit ain't entertainment. People are really trying to find out they real shit. And no disrespect, I'm just saying, bro. We are held to a higher standard. Certain people who should know this shit are held to a higher standard. I hold people to a high standard, bro. I'm not gonna let you just slop nothing up. Or nobody else. I'm just not just pointing the finger at one person. If I slop it up, y'all get my ass. Right? Somebody has to have the virtuousness to go through this stuff and really try to learn it. At least learn the basics. It's not always about destruction. It's not always about, I'm going to blow this up and he going to die. It ain't always about that, bro. That is negative energy. Your people weren't writing about no bullshit like that. Well, when you think about it, some of these people ain't even your people. So that's why you freestyling. But anyway, roll the call. I just want people to understand, bro, there is a real people and a real teaching and a real language and a real culture, and everything was real, people. We don't have to sit here and just try to decipher shit off the top of our head. It was a real people. It was with a real meaning to this stuff. And that's what we must find. Those are what the real people who really trying to learn this shit trying to find. It might take you years to decipher this shit, but that's what it's gonna have to take, bro. If it take me years to figure out cuneiform going along with all these pictographic Hebrew symbols, that's what I gotta do. That's the only way. I just can't sit here and freestyle, bro. I'm not Lil Flip. I'm not Lil Flip, bro. This is not the H-Town freestyle. Nah, we not finna do that. Roll the corn. We is not finna do that. This shit mean way more to us than that, right? Now, like I said, when I find ancient stone monuments in America with that Z on it, I'm trying to give you the real meaning of this. I could freestyle this if I want to, but if I'm wrong, I'm teaching people the wrong thing, right? So I have to study this and find out what that really means on the mound builders artifacts. And it means this. Yud with the Z. Work. Right on the face of the mound builder artifact. Right there. This means Samek in Mississippi with the circle, which became the Dajid pillars of Egypt. Right? And I'm going to show y'all this again for the new people. Samika, the Dajid pillar, Samika is Samek. See it? This how you must teach it, bro. That's how you got to teach it. We can feel that. I feel that because I know it's true. Right? I can feel that. I can study that. I can base my research in that. Right? Because I know it's true. But the only reason I can decipher this stuff because I'm not trying to freestyle it. I went and learned the letters and the language and what they mean, and I know the basic of it. So when I see it again, I can go back and put the real meaning of it. Then show a connection between America and these other places, right? That's why I do that. That's very powerful. It's very powerful. So, and like I say, no disrespect to nobody. I just hold people to a higher standard, bro. That's all. We can't be out here trying to teach people that we got to touch all bases. You can't discredit their Bible book just because a couple of things were changed to make it used to hurt our people. You can't discredit that. It's still knowledge in that book that can break codes. And that's the truth. Even the Torah got knowledge. The Torah is coming straight off of ancient knowledge. I go on the Torah and find receipts all the time. You're right. People gravitate to the truth because the truth is what we need. It's just that simple. We don't need nothing else. We don't need nothing else. We don't need nobody talking about now, the spiritual aspect of the knowledge is there and it's powerful. It's very powerful. But what I learned about the spirituality is if you don't know the real meaning and the real thing, you can't get. See, if you learn it the wrong way, then you try to get spiritual with it, it backfires because it's not the right way. I learned it a long time ago, right? But if you take the right information and use it the way it's supposed to get used, you break through on enlightenment. A lot of people keep bumping their head, right? Because they're not going the right way. Keep bumping your head. Like I heard the little young guys talking about the mounds at LSU. You learned that from me, right? Because I taught you that. And I'm cool with you teaching it. But, because it's not my knowledge, right? It's ancestor knowledge. But you got to do it right. Don't just take bits and pieces of what you heard somebody else say and act like you teaching something. Don't do that. You got to learn what the mounds are aligned with, the stars they are aligned with. You got to learn the meaning of the mound. Not just it's there and it's older than Egypt. That ain't enough. Ain't enough. Go find out what star that mounds or other star alignment. Then you take that knowledge and you look up who was doing that on the other side of the world. Then the truth comes out. Right? Then the truth come out. So it's a certain way you got to study it. You got to study it with the spring and the summer and all of that. And the winter solstice and the autumn also. Halloween was made because of ancient people who harvested pumpkins in late October, people. Everything we were doing in nature became evil. That's why now you have the jack-o'-lantern, the evil holiday, right? Pumpkins were harvested in late October. That's why Halloween is in October 31st. They were scared of nature's people. So you create Halloween. Let me show you. Pumpkins. See, all that stuff got to do with, everything we done got something to do with nature. And they turned it evil every time. Pumpkins are harvested. Watch this. Just some simple stuff. In late October. It's simple stuff now. Now, these other people, when you get the ancient culture, right? Carving out pumpkins, eating them, that turns into some jack-o'-lantern type shit. Late September through October. So October 31st, the pumpkins are harvested. They dropped the date right there, right? But it legitimately comes from the harvest of pumpkins. That's probably one of the last harvests of the year, right? And they turned it to an evil costume, evil wearing. It's crazy, man. Everything we done. Hold on. Now, Halloween stems from the ancient Celtic festival, Samhain, a harvest festival celebrated around October 31st to November 1st of pumpkins. During this time, it's believed spirits roam the earth and people would carve faces into large vegetables like turnips or potatoes or pumpkins and place a burning coal inside to ward off evil spirits. See what I'm saying? That's where it come from. Put coal in an ancient in a pumpkin, light the pumpkin up, and there where Halloween come from. But it comes from originally the harvest of, and we all know the Celtics were mound builders. The ancient Celtics were mound builders. That's a fact. Ancient Celtics were mound builders. Something else I want to show y'all before I get out of here too. So this is what you must understand, people. I showed you cuneiform. This is pewter on an ancient artifact with Paleo-Hebrew on the same stone as pewter. So what you must understand is this language is before both of them. This is the language that these languages derive from, the hieroglyph and the cuneiform, right? It's called the Sinai. It's called the Sinai tablet. These are the tablets that they use to decipher languages. They find this in our old architecture or mounds, and they decipher our languages right there and take out what they want to take out and keep what they want to keep. They switch the names around and switch everything around, acting like it's not the same languages, but it is. They got lists of these artifacts all over the world, right? Sinai 92 with Bet, right? Sinai 92, they're talking about a different artifact and different things, right? Sinai 92, Sinai 405. Watch this. You can Google this stuff. You can Google it. Watch this. Sinai 405. It's gonna pop right up. This is what these people be using to study our languages. I'm telling you. Watch this. See that right there? They're getting the languages off of there. They're paleo. And they're deciphering it. The theory that Hebrew was the first alphabet. They're finding the artifacts, pulling the stuff off of there. They're going to sound out 375 right there. This stuff in museums all over the world. They pulled the lettering off of there. This is how they broke the languages for the Bible and different other languages going through our stuff. Sound out 351 with Putah on there, with the Hebrew on the left side. This connects America. This connects. See hieroglyphs. They tried to teach hieroglyphics didn't come from paleo. They're a fucking lie. That's why they hide these artifacts, right? I want you to think hieroglyphics is a language on its own. That's a lie. Big lie. Sound out 361. Mem, Ta, Nun, Noon, all that on there. Right? And that's the end of it. But you see what I'm coming from, right? That's how you get Mount Sinai, right? That's why they call it Mount Sinai. Look, Sinai 361. All these different ones, look. That's where you get Mount Sinai from in the Bible. Sinai 349, Exodus oppression. Watch this. Look. Sinai 361, Moses inscription. This is an ancient story of our people. That's why it's written in stone, people. Sinai 345, the Rosetta Sphinx. Why is the Rosetta Stone with the Sphinx? He who is loved by the lady Balath Hathor. That's fire right there. You see Baal? They want you to think Baal is evil. It's not. Baal hooked right into your ancestry teaching. Lady Baleth equals Hathor. Why are they calling Hathor Baal? See? Let's keep going. This is where they learn all your shit at. This is where you got to go learn from. The Sinai artifacts. Levitians, Hebrews to Bethel. Bethel is house. El is God, the house of God, Bethel. Beth is house in Hebrew. El is God, the house of God. That's where they come from. Exodus oppression, fear of Hebrew population. Oh, shit. I got to study these a little harder. See, I read a bunch of Sinai, but it's so many of them, people. I got to go through all of them. Now, let's stop right there. Now, this is a whole nother thing right here. Hold on. God damn. Hold on. I got to blow this up. Hold on. We got to blow these up, bro. Hold on. Let's go to these one by one. Might well put this on the live. This is vital information. This shit fire. Hold on. Let's go back. Go down a little bit so I can see the whole thing. This is fire. Moses then provoked astonishment. It is the year of astonishment because of the lady. Oppression of Israel under 18th century pharaohs and 10th plagues of Egypt, which caused astonishment in 1446 BC. Israel was pagan, as seen in the lady is Balat, the cow goddess Hathor. Damn. Why are they talking about Baal and Hathor with Israel? See, that's what I be trying to tell you. This stuff is connected. They be trying to separate it. Moses stopped to circumvent the Hebrew mountains and nearby. Scripture made the miners 1414 when they left the mines to join the fellow Hebrews of Succoth. Israel traveled day and night, Succoth by 2 to 3 cents, leaving Goshen on way to Red Sea, crossing at the Straits of Tyran on the day 25th. Now, this is a biblical story, but I don't see nothing about parting no Red Sea. It's a real story. I don't see nothing about no parting no Red Sea. They went to the Red Sea, but they didn't part the motherfucker. See, that's mythology. Let's keep going. That's fire, though. I got this. I got to get these. Hebrews from Bethel. This. Hold on, y'all. Roll the call. Y'all look at that. We're gonna break that down. Hold on. Yo. Oh, I'm straight right now, bro. I'm good right now. Right. I'm at the door trying to sell shit. Roll the corn. All right. Inscription of the Hebrews from Levant, Bethel, which is called the Beloved. View Bethel as the capital city of the Exodus. Okay. Canaanite symbolism. Narrow-bladed X, succumb. That's fire. Let's keep going. Now, this is the one that will enter. Now, it's the other one. So, Rosetta Sphinx, Hebrew Hathor worship, Aaron's golden calf. I threw the gold in fire and out popped his calf. We call it a bilingual inscription Rosetta Sphinx because it's identical inscriptions in Middle Egyptian and Hebrew as part of a collection. It proves that Hebrew worship Hathor before Sinai and was Hebrews worshipped Hathor. You see that? I told y'all, bro. This is my first time ever seeing these, right? Now you see the feather on the side of the Sphinx with the plow, right here. I see Mem, I see Ta. I'm gonna go over these again tomorrow. This fire. I gotta keep these. Now, this is what I want to say right here. This is deep, right? The fear of a Hebrew population. They still fear our population today, people. They still fear us today. This in ancient times and today. The inscription is part of a collection of pessimistic and negative texts. So now 357, 353, 360, given the dating of 1480 BC, it is a perfect match for the oppression of Hebrews. Put a 2 in the chat. 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 Give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2 in the chat. Y'all hear me? Now, some of these I ain't studied yet. I studied a lot of these, but I ain't never saw these couple right here. These fire. Now, I talked about Moses on the other one, but they don't say nothing about no splitting the Red Sea. That's an ancient story. Now, where are these stories coming from? We all know they Canaanites, right? And why are they talking about Hebrew population? The same way they try to get rid of our people today in America. They were trying to get rid of our people back in Egyptian times after their bloodline got in the rule, right? You got to understand it. So this is the same way they want to control our people today in population control. Because if it's too many of us, we can overtake the bullshit at any time, right? So it's a fear to control population still in America today. That's crazy. That's why I wanted to look at it. Let's check the last one out. It is time to be hopeless. The Lady Baloth had organized for battle. We banded together to remain with heads held high. We celebrated a festival of the sun, which came out in order to hold us back. They made a molten calf, worshipped and sacrificed to it, and said, "This is your God who bought from Egypt." Sinai 345. Interesting. The oldest alphabet. Sinai 375. The overseer of minerals. I myself have appointed Oleab, the son of Anasamach, in the hearts of all who are skillful to have put skill. A master craftsman of turquoise mines, his son had learned the skill from his father and chosen to be filled with the supernatural gift of the Holy Spirit, knowledge and wisdom. Notice that the text says that those who are already skilled will be given supernatural skill in order to build the tabernacle furniture like the Ark of the Covenant. Something happened to Pentecost. Yeah. Okay. Now, look at how old this is, y'all. This one having elevated and weary to forget. The overseer of minerals. Now look how old that is. This is not a biblical story. When it's written in stone, it's just a story, right? But over time, they turn these into biblical stories. Ain't nobody write no Bible on no rock, bro. Our people wrote it in stone in the language. They take it in the story and put it in books. This wasn't written for no, but there's fire. Samak. Hold on. Now let's go look at this. Samak. Hold on. Samak. Let's go see what this is. Samak. My brother has supported. Combines Ak. This is why I be telling y'all ACH of the Okmulgee River always mean brother. And Samak to support. He's known as the Danite father of Oliab, the master craftsman chosen by God to help find the tabernacle. Okay, let's go back. This the same story with a Hebrew name, but it ain't biblical because it's on a stone tablet. That's fire. This shows that the stone tablets that they was getting the knowledge from, they were putting it in the books. Look. Overseer of minerals. That's fire. See if there's some more. The house of the vineyard and its innermost room are engraved. They have come to life. Sinai 376, Asenath, Joseph's wife. Pharaoh gave Asenath to Joseph, the daughter of... Okay, I heard of this story. Her garden house, commonly in antiquity, was renovated and it came to life. So did Asenath. All of these stories are coming off ancient artifacts. This is fire. The curse of the hundredfold has passed through our people. A swooping has befallen us. A multitude has surrounded us. My father was completely depleted by the king. The oldest alphabet. Inscription is part of a collection of Sinai 349. Perfect match for the oppression of the Hebrews by the Egyptians. This stuff in stone. So this is literally showing us that these stories that's in the Bible are written in stone. Because they go to Hebrew, there's only right there. Ta, right? Noon, Mem, Aleph. They go to Cain, I showed y'all. All this stuff is still, that's crazy. I ain't never saw these before. That's why I'm recording them now so I can go back and look at them off my live. Exodus oppression, the hardship. The inscription is part of the Egyptians made their lives bitter with hard labor, and God heard their groaning. Here's the story on rock. Let's keep going. Okay, this is the Moses one. It started over. So, see, I just learned stuff myself. Like, I knew that the Sinai artifacts had a lot of ancient languages on it, and it was breaking some codes. But I didn't know that some of them have the stories, biblical stories in stone, found written in stone, and they deciphered them and put them in books. Because it says Sukkot, the day 2 or 3 since leaving Goshen on the way to the Red Sea, crossing the Straits of Tiran. So they crossed the Red Sea at the Straits of Tiran, right? Hold on. Hold on. Tiran Strait. Straits of Tiran. Now they say this is in, this is what they say this is it. They say it's in narrow sea passages between the Sinai. See, they call it Sinai because all of those, see, what's interesting about Sinai is they did find artifacts in that area, right? The Sinai Mountains over there, that's true. But the thing is, are they saying those stories happened there, or are they just writing the stories down as they travel, right? It connects the Gulf of the Gulf of Aqaba and the Red Sea. So Straits of Tiran, but I just want to show y'all that it don't say nothing about Moses splitting no Red Sea. Nothing. They crossed the Red Sea by the Straits of Tiran. That's fire. That is fire. So I got to keep these. But we'll do some more research on that. Lady of Ballet, that was interesting too. Lady of Ballet is Hathor. Yes, the Canaanite goddess Balet, Lady of Bablos, was identified with Egyptian goddess Hathor. There go the connection. That's a big connection, right? This assimilated made Balet a bridge between cultures. Damn. Hathor was a Canaanite, which I knew this, but I never was able to prove it. We just break codes live right here on the live, right? Because I knew Hathor, because they found Hathor artifacts in California. Now, her name is was our culture. Let me see something else. Man, we've been lied to so much, bro. This stuff is crazy. This stuff is crazy. This stuff is crazy. Hold on. Okay. The Canaanite goddess Balet of Bablos, Balet Gabal, was identified with the Egyptian goddess Hathor. Same people, especially by the Egyptians who called her Lady of Bablos, reflecting her role as a powerful, protective person of a major trade city, linked to fertility, joy, and the afterlife, much like Hathor. Hathor, known as the Mistress of Turquoise, and associated with mining and building, was a major Egyptian goddess with wide-ranging roles, making her suitable counterpart for the venerated Baalit. Crazy. See, I didn't know. I didn't even know that. Baalit, West Semitic word of the Canaanite, means lady or mistress. Baalit became Hathor. Deep, y'all. That's why I be telling y'all. We got so much real history that talking about bullshit is a waste of time. Like, it's so much to be decoded. Like, they tell you this stuff is the name of this stuff, and it got a whole different name, bro. Whole different name. They said Canaanites built the city of Bablos. I think Bablos is Babylon, I'm telling you. But Babylon went bad after all of other people came. B-Y, hold on, B-L-O-S. This is Babylon. No, it says not Babylon. Bablos. Okay, Bablos was a major Phoenician port known for papyrus trade and the development. They were teaching alphabets at this spot, teaching Hebrew at this spot. While Babylon was a powerful Mesopotamian capital, Babylon traded with Babylon and was even under Babylon's rule after the fall of the Phoenician. But they were separate entities. So they was teaching Hebrew at Babylon, and it was a major trade center. Okay. Let's see where it was at. See how it look out there. Here's Bablos. Right here. Ancient Phoenician port city, Gabal, Bablos. So look at what's out there. That's fire. That's fire. Biblos, from the word for book, named our Bible. Whoa, hold on. Which means the books. Biblos is amongst the. Hold on. The god El has founded it at the beginning of time, and at the end of its history, it remained the religious capital of Phoenicia. Because papyrus was once the principal article in the trade, the Greeks took the name of the city as their word for book, Biblos. And from that word, you get the name Bible. Our people created the word Biblos. The Greeks called the books from that area Biblos. I'm done for the day. I'm done. That's enough. We'll do this. We'll get back on that tomorrow. Oh my God. See how much truth it is out here, bro? All you gotta do is go down the rabbit hole. Now, Phoenicians from Timeri, because they can stop it. City of Byblos, they were selling papyrus, right? Well, people were writing books and learning languages. They were teaching people in the city of Byblos. Byblos thought itself as the oldest of all cities in that area. The god El has founded it at the beginning of the building in that area. Religious capital of Phoenicians. Because papyrus was one of the principal things in the trade at this area, the Greeks took the name of the city as their word for book, Biblos, and from that word, book, named our Bible, Ta Biblia. Ta Biblia, which means the books. Byblos is among the cities listed as the candidates of the oldest city in the Mediterranean Sea. Inhabited over 7,000 years ago. This city began as a small fishing village called Gubal, while the coastal region of the land, which the Greeks named Phoenicia. But the original name were the Canaanites. By 3000 BC, the little village had grown to a prosperous city through trade. The cedars of Lebanon was highly prized. We all know Lebanon came from an American term. They named their city after a city over here. Prized for other countries' use in construction. And Byblos became the single most important shipping port for timber in Egypt and elsewhere in the Mediterranean Sea. Byblos, the Phoenicians, acquired the fame as sailors, princes of the sea. They are referred to in the biblical book of Ezekiel. It is primarily through the trade with Egypt that Byblos grew so incredibly wealthy. The Egyptians flooded Byblos with material wealth, but also with aspects of their culture and Egyptian religion. In Egyptian mythology, Byblos is cited as the city where Isis located the body of her dead husband Osiris in the trunk of a tree that had grown around him after his murder by his brother Set. The Phoenicians of Byblos also exported their own tales concerning Phoenician origin, and it is thought that the story surrounded war in the heavens and the eternal battle between great god of good and another deity of evil, out of Phoenician myth concerning Bel, the god of the sky, Yom, the god of the sea. This myth may have come from the Egyptian tale of Osiris and Horus. And the dark god Set have gone from the Phoenician to the Egyptian. That story may have gone from the Phoenician to the Egyptian. The tale of the war in heaven related in the biblical book of Revelation. Whoa, this shit is getting too heavy. They trying to say that the story of Horus and Set came from the story of Baal and Yum. The book of Revelation has the same story. Bears many similarities to both. These were older myths in the same way that there are many motifs in the Bible borrowed by the scribes who wrote it from earlier tales of Phoenicians. I told you, the Bible borrowed scribes who were wrote by Phoenicians so closely that they were the ties between Biblos in the Bible, and that's crazy. The Phoenician alphabet, 22 characters, traveled to Greece and they turned it into all this other stuff. Now I want y'all to learn this too. In 725 BCE, Byblos declined as its importance as a sister city. Tyre grew. So Byblos was before the city of the Phoenician Tyre. After the conquest of the region, Alexander the Great, and the destruction of Tyre in 332 BC, Byblos again prospered and became completely Hellenized after adopting Greek culture, dress, and language. Byblos became most famous for the production of papyrus, which would give it its Greek name. In 64 BCE, the region conquered by Roman Pompey the Great and continued as a Roman colony from 64 BC to 395 AD. The Romans, as usual, improved upon the city they found, ordering the streets and builders large temples, Roman baths, and civic gardens. So the Romans, the Greeks took over the Phoenician city, then the Romans took it over. The Phoenician city is our bloodline, people. That's what I be wanting to teach y'all. The Phoenician had the city first. The Greek took it over. That's where they get the word Byblos from. That became the word for the Bible. This is where they get the Set and Osiris story from. That's what this is saying now. Coming from our people. Then the Byzantine era conquered Byblos after the Romans. When the Muslim Arab invaders took the region, that's when the Muslims and the Arabs took it over. Then the Crusades, the Christian Crusades come through around 1098 AD and crushed the Moors, the Muslims, all the way up into the 1400s. This how this stuff is going. We'll go back over that though, man. I love y'all and I'm in love with you. That's deep right there. I'm just kind of scamming through it, but I'm gonna go back into it and look into that a little deeper. But it's showing that the Phoenician, the Hebrew Phoenician, is where the word Byblos Bible come from. The ancient stories, all of those stories I showed y'all on that stone was found in that area. So I told y'all we wrote this stuff in stone in artifacts, and they took it and put it in Bibles, ancient stories. So just got to look into the real stories that's written in stone instead of all the mythology stories. Anybody that wants some hoodies, hop in my DM. I'm finna get together the first set of hoodies to mail out today. As soon as I get off this live, I'm gonna start mailing them out. The first 10 people. So we got people like Daryl Harden them coming up first. But if y'all want some hoodies, man, hop in my DM. I'm mailing out the hoodies that already been bought today. Hop in my DM and I get your order in and get it sent to you. Cause I'm up and running now. So, and like I say, I'm taking the Ma'at feather. They're gonna be white now, but I'm gonna do every different color hoodie to go along with the white truth feather. So this is gonna be white from now on out. It's gonna be white. I ain't gonna make it black because I can switch the colors of the hoodie around. So this gonna be white with different color hoodies, green, purple. Y'all can order them like that. So whatever color hoodie you want, let me know. It's gonna be a new white logo on it because it's gonna go along with more colors. And I got these for sale too. I got the red hoodie with the We Know the Truth now with the hats, all of that. That's the third new shirt. So y'all hit my DM, let me know what you need so I can put your order in there and we'll get it together, man. I love y'all. I'm in love with you. Galil at the gun, roll the coin. Subscribe to my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube if you missed the live so you can catch the information, man. Y'all have a great, safe day. DM me for if you want to get some hoodies. White Truth with any color hoodie. Y'all just let me know and I'll get it sent out to you, man. Love y'all.
I'm not gonna allow you to lie on my people like that.
And
We're
can
not
I
doing
say
that.
something? May I also
Okay,
add
let
the
me.
fact that
And
the
then you said white tee.
Somali,
Oh, go ahead, Bonnie.
I mean, the Somali Bantus and the other Somalis, you guys you look like a lighter one. So I'm going to assume you're not a Bantu. But you all are oppressing the Bantu, the original Somalis. Then there's also Somali land people in there that want to totally separate from the rest of the country and make their own country. Don't come over here thinking we don't know about your people, because we do. You guys are enslaving the doggone original Somalis.
If you guys loved each other, you guys wouldn't.
And then if you loved each other, y'all wouldn't
be oppressed as you guys.
Hold on.
You
Could I
you
say
wouldn't you
something?
wouldn't have fled your country if you loved each other. You had to
Foundation,
I
you a
let me
go to
say
my
this.
refugee.
country.
Let
You
me
a
say this.
refugee, ma'am.
Foundation,
You a
let me say this.
refugee. Go ahead, T-Tom.
They do not love each other because your whole country got upset and mad when a whole uproar when they pushed the age limit of marriage to the 18. Y'all trying to marry 3, 4, 5, 18, I mean 16, 14-year-old girls. And then y'all have inbreds. That's why I ain't gonna say that 'cause I don't wanna talk bad, but what I'm saying, I'm gonna keep it factual. My thing, y'all marrying each other. They said 49% of Somalia are inbred, so y'all sleeping with each other. So that's not love. That's
Can
disgusting.
I
That's
answer after
disgrace.
her?
Hold on. So if you want to sit here and talk about us, ma'am, keep it factual. Let's talk about why y'all whole country got mad because y'all couldn't marry 13 and 14-year-old. I didn't see the women, and then the women was supporting it. Like, what is wrong with y'all? And then you want to come over here and talk about love? Y'all don't love y'all children.
So I get
But
it now.
you
I
guys
see
don't
why I
love
said
your.
hold on. I see why you said we don't love each other because the kind of love y'all do with little children, yeah, that's not the love we do. So you're right. We don't love each other that much when we loving little children. I'm sorry that you can keep that love. If that's your standard, yeah, then you got it, man.
But you
You
guys don't let
right.
anybody speak. Can
Hey,
I?
No, you
Can
can
I
speak.
finish?
I like
You
to
can
say this
speak.
real.
That's why they
What the
got
hell?
that
Or should I
Hold on,
just go
Ronnie.
down? Because it
psychopath.
seems that you guys just want to hear yourselves talk.
No,
They
no, no.
breed
Go
them
ahead. Go
young.
ahead. Go ahead. Let me hear your rhetoric.
Okay, thank you. So she's talking about Somalia, which is not an established government at all whatsoever. And it's sad that you guys are going through the same thing that you're saying in this country with the established government.
We're not going through the degeneracy they're going through. We don't have a civil war with tribes against
Right.
tribes. We don't have we don't have
It's gangs against
we're
gangs.
not fleeing other countries as a refugee to other countries.
It's
We
white
stay and
against
fight.
black.
We stay and fight, ma'am. 99.5% of black Americans are here in this country living good. And it feels so bad the way you say it is, why you flee your behind over here?
To answer your prompt.
Right.
And
Because
then
you
not
know
only
it's not as
that,
bad
White
as you saying.
people
we
love
Because
not
us.
we
you
not
know
married.
it's not as bad as you
She
saying.
said the white
That's why.
people love them. That's what
Yeah,
she
Yeah,
hey,
we
said.
know.
hey,
And
And
this is why I
no, but
say, go
how could
ahead.
they love when they're the ones that are bringing all of this up? They are the ones with the most posts all over this app, coming
No,
at
they
you
are fighting
saying,
with
"Get
us.
you up
They
out
are
of here."
Minnesota.
They are
Absolutely
they
not.
are trying. If Trump could throw y'all, the only reason TPS has not been taken from you is because he can't, because of legalities, because all of the stuff that is going on over there in Somalia right now. If Trump took TPS from you, then he could be sued.
When they
Think
came
you
to my
can
country
sit
and
up
started the war
here
for no
and
reason.
talk trash to us? You are from a war-torn country, and you want to
You're
come
from a
up here and
country
try
that
to
does not
speak
love
to
you,
the
that
big dogs.
mistreats you, that
You
oppresses you
can't
every
talk to
single
the
day.
big
That's where
dogs like that when you come from what you come from. You're not
where
doing
you're
that
from,
much.
where gang violence is
You're
still a
not doing
thing,
that much.
where you guys are still
You
murdering
are,
each other
and
because
you
of the
got,
color.
and that's
That's where
another
you're
thing.
from.
You all have brought your gangs over here, your behavior,
That's the
your
problem. You guys blame,
mentality. You brought all of your
just
mentality
like blaming
over here from
you guys
Somalia.
are the issue.
Now Minneapolis is like basically like little Somali. You got your little guys running all day acting like they are. I think that they made up the name YN over there. They
Hey,
are
can I
over there terrorizing everyone.
Blame everybody.
let
No,
me say
the
something real
blame is
quick.
you.
Blame
Hey,
is you.
when
So
I
look, real
hey,
quick, y'all, real quick. Let me say this real quick. So this lady, because I love when they say the fatherless or the single mother, right? They love that rhetoric of the father. We already know they lead in the violence and the underlying. So that's, and they number one in welfare. So I'm laughing that she even put that up. They like 82%. But all right, let's keep it
Liar.
going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, right? Let's talk about the fatherless or the single moms. Y'all know it's the teachable moment. I like to have a teachable moment. So whenever an African talk about single moms, and I want y'all to screenshot this, please, and thank you. Always know that anything they say about us in any category is on steroids on the continent. I'm gonna say that again. Anything they say about us is on steroids on the continent, right? And so this is an ORG, and anybody that went to college know ORG EDUs is primary sources, not AI. And so let's go through the single motherhood, right? 30% in Ethiopia, 59.5% in Kenya, massive 61% in Malawi, a massive 51.7% in Tanzania. And can we get a 68.8% in the comments, please? And thank you, family. Again, can we get a 68.8% in the comments for Zimbabwe? They can never talk about single mother because the number one single mothers in the world is on the continent of Africa. Don't ever talk about single motherhood. Sudan
What
alone
about in
got
America?
millions and millions of kids running rampant and orphans running rampant. Please don't talk about single motherhood when you guys are number one in the world on the continent. Thank you.
You guys have all the resources in this country, and you guys are still.
Right, and that's why you mad. You had to flee your country because you have no resources.
But that's the problem.
You have
Can you
nothing, and this
tell?
is why
hey,
you
I like
fled.
hey, I like to say something. Hey, when I got on here and I said, so we've been doing case studies, right? We don't be making up shit. These Somalis are the number one crash outs, and you want to know how